My wife was unfaithful to me and I have filed for divorce and I hardly care anymore. After hiring a PI to confirm in March what my stomach had been telling me since 2018, I filed for divorce, but didn't let her know what I knew nor how. It was one of the hardest stretches of my very easy life, living under the same roof from then until mid-September, when our decree was finalized and I was off her loan and I moved into my own place. One of my non-negotiables was me not leaving the house. Didn't happen. As our July 15th mediation wore on, my lawyer pointed out that if I really wanted to fight for the house, it would cost me a lot in court, and I might not be awarded it. He said, "She's leaving you very cash rich, this would be considered a very good day in court." I grudgingly conceded. Later, when I told my sisters about it, they were not happy. I dare say they were disappointed in me. The night that I came home from mediation, I went on to Zillow and found a place nearby. It was a 2-story condo, 3-bedroom, 3-bath. It looked nice, clean, modern. The kids could bike there in 10 minutes. I saw the place with a realtor the next day, and like happens sometimes with love, it was an immediate yes. Never before had I cared about counters, cabinets, stainless steel ranges, fridges with the exterior water/ice access on the door, wood floors, etc. Suddenly I had a vision of life too. Zero with the kids there and I didn't want to see anything else. Well, it's been a month now, we've gone through the 2-5 custody cycle a few times now. I love the Wednesday through Sunday stretch I have with our 3, I miss them a lot during the Friday through Tuesday time they have with her, but I do drive with the oldest every day to and from work. BC she is a freshman at the high school where I work. With the eldest's help, I'm learning to cook for real now, and it has been so fun. For the first time ever, I've purchased seasonings beyond salt and pepper. I know what oregano is now. I just put garlic powder in the vegetable pie we made Sunday night. I have cumin. The kids say, "Dad, you've actually been making some pretty good dinners." Baby steps. We've found nice furnishings for the house, and the way we've got it set up now is very pleasing. I want them to know that our time together can be just like always, have friends over, go to friends' houses, it doesn't have to be full-time activities with Dad, and it just feels very good and relaxed. It's amazing, actually, all things considered. Which brings me to my question, I'm finding myself way less consumed by anger and bitterness and despair. They surface a little when I see my ex at our son's soccer games. For all I know, she's still banging her married with kids boyfriend. She probably hasn't told him that I know. By the way, she's acknowledged it now, but only via text. She has written, "I'm sorry, I know you didn't deserve it, and I'm sorry for the pain I caused." In person, she has said nothing. Regarding that, she has texted, "I'm not ready yet to talk about it." Yeah, I know. Disgusting. I did text back, I wasn't ready for 4 years of lies. No response. In person, she couldn't be nicer. Yes, it's nauseating. The point is, not living with her and not seeing her has been amazing. The only thing I'm wondering is, should I contact the lover's wife? I did talk to that lady 3 times over the course of these last 4 years, and she knows there's something off. She even said, if there's something going on, it'll end in the next few years. I almost feel like she knows. My whole family says just move on, look ahead, she's weird, you tried, etc. etc. And that's how I feel pretty much. Every so often I have a dark vision of dropping a nuclear bomb on his family, but seriously I'm thinking it could just mess up the good thing that seems to be getting better and better by the hour now, practically. She does deserve to know, the lover's wife, though, right? But, how can she not? Am I being selfish here? Or cowardly? I'm just feeling like they're all losers. She was no help to me during this time, and whatever. No. Once you are free and clear and the divorce is settled and you can do it safely, from a property standpoint, destroy his trash. For 2 reasons. 1, tell her lover the truth. The lover's wife deserves to know the truth just as much as you do. You know what it feels like to not know the truth and to struggle to find out, your gut is screaming at you. Begging the person you love for the truth, only to be manipulated and lied to again. She deserves to make the same decisions you made about divorce. Get tested. Who knows who else your husband is sleeping with? 2. Your wife still hasn't acknowledged her part in this. What are your consequences? A text message is nothing. She is not sorry. She is trying to avoid a confrontation. You can't look forward until this chapter is closed. Close it and write your own ending. Then enjoy your condo, and your kids, use a co-parenting app if you don't already have one, and stop texting your ex. Definitely tell her. But only what she needs and wants to know. Before you go into details, ask her if she wants to know. She may not need that much information. OP, yes, I have a draft email prepared for her that essentially says, hey, I did what you and I once considered, hiring a private investigator, and now I know, and we are divorced. If you want to know more, contact me. Once you are sure of everything and that nothing can harm you or your family, you should tell the lover's wife. Simply because it is the right thing to do, regardless of what she does with the information. I would also speak truthfully to anyone who asks you about your situation. You are not to blame for any of this, and you have no reason to protect them from your own actions. Open, yes, to anyone who asks what happened, I tell them. We work in the same school district. It will be coming to your building soon, if it hasn't already. Looks like he's paying a lawyer. Follow his advice on this and all other matters. It won't be long before you are a completely free agent and can do what you want. OP, I am not currently paying the lawyer, but yes, this was and I am sure will continue to be his advice. During the whole stretch from March to July, he would say, yeah, don't say anything yet. I think he was waiting to see how much leverage we could get by dropping the bombshell at mediation. The problem was that my ex wasn't being difficult during mediation. He left everything intact for me, gave me lots of money, except for his position of keeping the house. I didn't think going to court to fight for the house was going to be financially profitable. I was being a little clingy about the summer custody schedule, and that's when we decided to disclose what we knew, and according to the mediator, my ex was visibly shaken, and that's when she gave the message to the mediator to tell me she was sorry for the pain she had caused, that it wasn't worth much, but it was worth something. You should have said something to her right after finalizing the divorce. I think it says a lot about your character that you are not able to emphasize with her, even though you have been in her shoes in the past and did want to know. Again, there are things that don't need to be done, but need to be done. Like helping another human being. OP, I know, it seems incumbent upon me to tell you. One detail I didn't share is that the last time I talked to her, I said towards the end of the phone conversation, well, you can call me if you see anything, and she cut me off and said, nah, I'm good here. This is in the same conversation where she said that she had also considered hiring a private investigator, but since she had no income, it wasn't possible. I never knew what to think of her. An anti-vaccine lady, who alternated zen with rage. It doesn't matter if you like her or not, or if she's blonde or brunette. Who she is and what she does doesn't matter, what you do does. Let her know what you know, if necessary give her the evidence and then live your life. I would have told him job, after what he did to you for so long and especially after what he did to you, all without consequences, getting away with it after being with your ex-wife, shaking your hand, smiling in your face, being partially responsible for your kids having to grow up in 2 different homes as children of divorce. I don't know, man. I guess with your upbringing it would land on your feet. But that part is mine alone. So no one on your side of the family knows either. OP, I know. The guy isn't just an anonymous dummy. He actually posed as a baseball friend. He posed as a trusted father of the kids that my kids were friends with. My kids slept there, and he made sure to play them wholesome movies. He would take them to the farmer's market in the morning. I know. You know what's crazy? It's so predictable. His wife is weird and seems difficult. He married badly. Of course he pours his good energy into light and cheerful women like my ex. She fell for his charms and attentions. I became an ogre in her eyes. End of story, end of marriage. Now our children have 2 Christmases. Oh, I have told their mother my worries over the years. I love their mother. Her mother would say, I don't know, it sounds like she's too busy with work to have time for an affair. But she would also agree with me that her daughter would never admit it if she did. You're right, she would never admit it. Once I found out for sure here in March, I told her mother why I had filed for divorce, but I didn't dare say, I hired a private investigator. I just said, see now I know. And his mother just said, well it's just that I don't know what to think. I'll know you're right if she brings it around here. And so we left it at that. So she never took sides. Which annoyed me. What's the justification for not telling her? Please tell her immediately. I have no doubt that you have to tell her. Why keep this secret on her behalf? Why be complicit in her abuse of the innocent spouse? OP, I know, I'm keeping her secret, and that's silly, why should I keep her secret? It's just that this lady is an ostrich, how could she not know? I knew as soon as I met her ingratiating husband,